Oh no, I like it. I like okay. I love gist. Oh yes. If you tell them now like this, I gave you my ears. And then one Mama Jesus, you know me, Madam Theresa, all the way from a bag. 8 things whether the Igbo woman in our group or gisting is paying attention or enjoying the gist. Oh yes, and this can pretty much apply to other women from other tribes. Let's go. Number 1. The pensive look. Oh yes. Now, this look, it most definitely means that and you have already said something that has caught their attention. This has already set the way for the unraveling of the gist. Oh yes. Now, if your beginning is not as enticing, trust me, you've lost the person already. Because you're going to get this pensive look immediately. Onya had interested to know where the gist is going to and to know the climax of that gist. But if not, just know that you've lost the person from the very start. And if there's no pensive look, stop the story immediately. Don't bother going forward. Okay? The next one. The jammed look. Jammed. Why? Because your jaw is going to be on your hand. Resting on your palm. Just like that. Just like that. Now, if someone is giving you this look, trust me, Onya had you very invested. On Wednesday for Zonyo Bonanako, on again to because if you see an upon that now wonder is so much, now you want to make sure that at this point your gist is already at the middle. And that it is still as enticing as it was in the beginning, because it gets to the climax. Okay? You don't want to lose them at this point, because trust me, if you lose them at this point where they are so invested, there's a gist, so they will not listen to you because you don't know how to carry it all the way through. Exclamations and verbal expressions. Now, facial expressions and gesticulations, we shift to verbal expressions. You have locked them into that story. Now, when they fall, so men lose, they must get to the end at this point. They must. What is the first exclamation? That the Igbo woman you're talking to is pretty much invested. It's a lie. It's a lie. You have caught them. It's a lie. What you're saying is untrue. No. It's a lie. It's like, I cannot believe it. So these things are happening. What you're telling me is true. It's a lie. So it's more of an expression of shock, an expression of disbelief, but belief nonetheless. It's quite ironical. Yes. The next one I mentioned, hey! Hey! That gist must be very, very exciting. You should be proud of yourself that you brought such current affairs to light. Because the gist is giving. Mabolomas these days. Now, this very next category is the combination of verbal expressions, plus exclamations with what? Gesticulations. When the person who is receiving your gist is able to combine these two things together in order to show investment in that gist, then trust me, you are a true storyteller. Hey! We should be friends because only a very few people can get that kind of reaction from the recipients of their gist. The first one, the hey combined with itiakana laps. Now, hey before in verbal expressions and exclamations. Now, if you combine hey with itiakana laps, the gist is giving. The gist is gisting because gene. Oh, see, this girl will sleep one night with the Reverend Father. Wait here, hey, hello. That's how you know. No, the gist. Okay, the second one is it's a lie, but you now add snapping of fingers to it. Join me. It's a lie. It's a lie. Gene. Madonna may say lie when I snap of fingers. Aha. William Shakespeare should be your middle name. Because you should be a descendant of the Shakespearean family. Because it's not easy to be such a storyteller. To enact that level of investment in a person for a story you are telling. Hey! It's a lie. Rabadosh. Hey! The climax of it all. When you have someone so deep in a story that unless if I get distracted, just know that you have done it all. You have done it all. Phone on mekata we kwa while you're telling a story, and the person says, no matter what it is, I'll call back later just to listen to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the award for best storyteller goes to you because of the reason. Oh yes, and that brings us to the end of this video. Now, like Igbo women, or pretty much women in general, always try to look for these cues. These cues are very necessary, because if you don't see them, they're very boring. All these things I've said could as well translate to other languages. Other languages can have their own exclamations as well as verbal expressions, and gesticulations that would make the gist very enticing. So look out for them. And don't be that storyteller. Oh yes, if the gist is not salokified, don't bring it near me, okay? And saloko all year round, and saloko everywhere, even in your stories. Madam, you don't mean it. Excuse me,